If you come with me here, I really like this, that we have this kind of very kind of
this is
open.
For two persons, yes?
Yeah, and then you do the video conference and so forth.
Yes.
In there.
It's like
Yeah.
It's much more transparent.
We're now getting to the first floor, where we have the data science team. So more or less all also here working from home now. But
IT or brains are
yeah. And I use this quite often, particularly for international video calls. I'm doing. We're in the middle of a very big transaction at the moment with a Fortune 50 company in New York.
Fortune
50, very big. Yeah. With a Norwegian tech company being sold to this American company, which is very interesting. And we are very close to closure, and all negotiations have happened from this room. And we now had 6 video conferences from this room, and we never met the other party physically. But they're totally comfortable doing a transaction without actually meeting physically, which is new, part of COVID. And the tech team that is based here in Norway, historically, it would have been a requirement of the American company that the tech team would move to the US. But now, with COVID-19 and new ways of working, that has not been discussed at all. They seem to be happy that this tech team is based here. So you can, changes.
What do you think about how the business here in Norway will be influenced by the new president?
For Norway,
or maybe for your investment startup, or it doesn't matter for you?
No, I think that probably positive. I think first of all, with the US back in the Paris Accord, there will probably be even more focus on the shift to green energy, which is very much in line with a lot of Norwegian tech companies, that are on the renewable energy side.
Exactly, about sustainability.
Oh yeah, and there are going to be more funds and more focus. So I think that's good. I think it's going to be, if anything, even tougher for fossil fuels, oil and gas. So I would assume that kind of the change will just accelerate. And the requirements in the 2030 agreement is very high, so that will need to happen anyway. I think the US tech environment is quite happy with the election. If anything, hopefully it will make it easier to bring foreign talent again back into the US, which is at the heart of the competitiveness of the US tech sector. So I would assume that net it's a positive. In terms of US business, my friends in the US have very different opinions.
50%. Yeah, it was half.
And they're a little bit afraid of the taxation issues. US companies have done very well with lower taxation. That led to more investments. So let's hope that will continue. So, but net, I think it'll be good for Norway. And then we have the film for making small movies and stuff for social media. We're doing that here. When you want to do a quick kind of small thing for social media, you can just do that here.
Blitz questions. Question number 1. What is the greatest accomplishment in your life?
My greatest accomplishment, I think in terms of my impact on the world, is probably what Marie and I have been doing in Addis Ababa with Penda, where we took something from nothing to now employing 7,000 people and making a recycling actually work in Addis Ababa. I think that's been a big accomplishment for me. In terms of individually, where I really had to pull myself up and make something happen, and I'm proud of it, was probably that I became the best student at officer school at the Corps of Engineers the year after I graduated from NTNU, where I was older, I was a little bit different, but I wanted to do well, and I became the best student. That I'm proud of.
Norway or Africa?
I have chosen to live in Norway, but I do think that Africa is the continent of growth for the next couple of decades, and it represents huge opportunities for impact and huge opportunities for individuals. I've been very happy to see, by the way, that there's so many young people who would like to go to Africa, and I think Marie and myself now have had 20 Norwegian students working with us in Addis Ababa to get that experience and contribute. So, you know, anyone who's interested, just contact me.
What is your value in a friendship?
Many different things. But I've so far, I've always been most focused on contributing. So a good friendship for me has to be one where I can provide something, some help, some assistance, you know, some value. That's why probably most of my close friendships are also connected to actually creating something, doing something. I'm not that good at just enjoying, just leisure. It's not my personality. So I'm better when together with friends I can create something. So most of my friends are in that camp, you know, something meaningful.
What would you constitute a perfect day for you?
A perfect day is typically a good day here in the office, where, you know, for example, a close to perfect day is where I meet 10 great companies, phenomenal founders, different types of founders, where, you know, together with my small team, I can engage in exciting kind of dialogue and be helpful. Then after that, going home with my wife, my kids, having dinner with them, chatting a bit with my kids. They still want to talk to me. They're like 15, 18 and 20, so they're getting older. And then just relax in the evening and perhaps make a call or two, and you know. And if I can exercise, that's even better. I really like to run, so I'm a big runner in the forest outside of Oslo. So that's also good. I don't need to do it every day though, but I like to do that too. But I'm a pretty ordinary guy in that regard.
Your house containing everything you own catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be?
It's so funny because I talked with my youngest daughter about that yesterday, and we agreed that would have to be the video cassettes from when the kids were small. Because we have this kind of box with 25 small video cassettes from when the kids were small, and they love to take that on the TV and watch. And we talked about the fact that we don't have copies of that. At least we should make a digital copy or something. So that would be actually run in and try to get that big box of videos from the kids when they were small.
So memories.
Memories, yeah.
And the last question. When did you last cry in front of another person?
Probably in the movie theaters, in front of my wife. I'm actually pretty emotional. I think I have that from my grandmother in Bergen. So I can cry to a movie, a romantic movie. I have this fun thing with my wife where my wife is super nice, but she likes horror movies. And I like these kind of emotional love stories where I easily start to cry.
Thank you very much, Trond. That was very nice talking to you. Hopefully this interview will give some information to the startups and to the people who are interested. You're a very nice and open person.
Thank you.
That eager to help.
I really would like people to contact us. We'd like to help as many as possible, and that's why we're here. So no one should hold back. Easiest way is to write an email. I'm responding pretty quickly, and I'm trying to be constructive and helpful. Thank you very much.